Welcome to Extraterrestrial Reality. Today there was an opinion piece published in The Hill, and it was from Marik Von Rennenkampff, a former Department of Defense official. He was an analyst at the United States Department of the State Bureau of Internal Security and Nonproliferation. And the title of this piece is "The Pentagon Should Release Dozens of UFO Videos." And I will tell you that I totally agree. I totally agree with Marik. Okay, we're going to read some of this and talk about it. It says here, the Pentagon has at least 24 and likely far more UFO videos in its possession. Despite public commitments to transparency, officials refuse to release any of the footage. But the government's rationale that disclosure would jeopardize sensitive sources and methods likely holds no water with many of the videos. In March 2019, amid increasing military encounters with objects appearing to exhibit highly advanced flight characteristics, the Navy instituted a standard UFO reporting mechanism. Despite heavy redactions, these reports show that fighter pilots are frequently left stunned by such incidents. Importantly, the Navy's new reporting procedures allow aviators and intelligence officers to submit video footage and other sensor data. In response to a Freedom of Information Act request, the Navy confirmed that 24 videos are associated with 19 UFO reports spanning June through December 2019. If the Pentagon continued receiving 20 UFO videos every 6 months, it would have well over 100 videos in its possession by now. Of course, increased awareness of the new reporting mechanism and reduced stigma likely resulted in aviators submitting far more UFO footage. Moreover, with 24 videos accompanying 19 reports, it appears that air crews are unlikely to submit a UFO report without including corroborating data. As noted by a former director of national intelligence, the government also possesses UFO data, such as images and videos recorded by satellites. Of course, the public release of satellite data and radar displays could jeopardize sensitive platforms and capabilities, but many, if not most, of the UFO videos in the government's possession were likely recorded by infrared targeting pods. Infrared video technology is not inherently sensitive. At the same time, footage from targeting pods is widely available. More importantly, 3 famous UFO videos, all recorded with the Navy's primary infrared targeting pod, are unclassified and were never classified in the first place. These facts make it impossible for the government to claim that the release of UFO footage recorded by such platforms, not to mention cell phones, would compromise sensitive technology or intelligence collection capabilities. I'm just going to stop there for a second. So that's what, that's true, because, there's nothing that's going to give anything away. I mean, and the objects themselves, I mean, they're obviously manufactured by beings that are not human, and they possess abilities that far exceed anything we have in our technological toolbox. So, well, what's so what? I mean, you're not gonna give anything away by releasing these kind of videos. The Pentagon can't hang their hat on that one, and just there's no reason for it. I mean, and again, a lot of people suspect that even with recovered craft, even if they have recovered craft since 1947, for 75 straight years now, it's going to be impossible to reverse engineer it. I would think. A lot of people think that. Again, we don't have. Maybe they have, but I don't think they have, because if they have, they probably would have, told us already. We probably would have already known about it, or they'd probably be flaunting it to our enemies and saying, "Hey, look what we got. You better not screw with us." But whatever the case, right? If something's 100,000 years more advanced, we're just going to be hard for our mentality to try to reverse engineer it. So any kind of video of these things, that's not going to the object itself in the video is not going to cause any issues with regard to national security. And the cameras that they use to capture this stuff, like on the planes, like we've seen in the gimbal video on the other 2 videos that we've seen over that were released 5 years ago. There's nothing there to give any secrets away. So they should release some of this data. They should just start letting it out there. Then get people more acclimated with this. So they're prepare the public for disclosure. And here you have a former Department of Defense official saying, yeah, come on, let's get it out there. Totally agree with it. All right, let's continue here. At the same time, let me go back here. Importantly, since targeting pods are fighter pilots' technological eyes in the sky, such videos likely account for a significant proportion of the UFO data held by the Pentagon. At the same time, the government has no evidence to indicate any UFOs are part of a foreign collection program or indicative of a major technological advancement by a potential adversary. Therefore, the Pentagon cannot plausibly claim that its UFO videos can be classified as sensitive foreign government information. Isn't that great? I mean, isn't it great what's going on here right now? I mean, it's interesting. The Congress is basically, they're starting to, push, use their power a little bit here. And they're saying, hey, we're not interested in the stuff that might be foreign technology. We're talking about the stuff that's obviously not foreign technology, that's coming from obviously some other world. Some other intelligence is operating it, and has been operating it for decades now, and there's nothing we can do about it. We want to know more about that, so the Congress is involved in this. Okay, I'm going to continue here, and it does talk about the Congress here a little bit. For its part, Congress does not appear concerned that UFOs are part of a foreign intelligence effort. According to draft legislation approved unanimously by the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, a muscular new UFO office must immediately stop investigating any object determined to be man-made and turn its analytic attention to another case. If lawmakers are truly concerned that some UFOs are adversarial surveillance platforms, they would not direct a powerful new office to stop investigating as soon as an object is determined to be of human origin. Of equal importance, officials are confident that none of the 143 unexplained encounters described in a landmark UFO report involve secret American technology. Therefore, the Pentagon cannot withhold UFO videos under the pretext that aviators may have inadvertently captured footage of sensitive United States weapons systems. With Congress demanding answers and government officials admitting their own impatience with the slow pace of progress, the public release of non-sensitive UFO videos could quickly resolve several cases. For instance, it took the government several years to determine that 2 UFO videos showed a common camera artifact. Mick West, a prominent UFO skeptic, identified the artifact in a matter of days. This guy a little bit. I think he's a little bit wrong about this one. He's talking about the bokeh effect, okay, in some of those videos, but still doesn't explain what they were seeing. Okay, this is the ship at sea and all these objects up in the sky, right? Okay, when you're pointing the cameras at it and they're filming it, it's okay. They come out like triangles, which is this bokeh effect caused by the triangles. But what were the objects? Okay, some people, the officials in the Pentagon, told Congress, oh, they were drones. Drones from where? Drones from where? In the middle of the ocean, and there was lots of them. So that's, Mick West pointed out that there's an artifact regarding bokeh, but they still don't know what those objects were. No, they never really confirmed it. Where did they come from? Who was operating the 100 so-called drones over a Navy ship? Okay, I'm just going to continue here. I'll read a little bit more. It says, at the same time, verifiable, repeatable geometrical analysis of one of the most well-known UFO videos showed that the object's flight path matches eyewitness descriptions. This implies that the UFO demonstrated highly anomalous flight characteristics, including controlled flight without any apparent wings, control surfaces, or means of propulsion. Perhaps most intriguingly, the analysis indicate that the object thwarted a Navy fighter jet's attempt to sneak up behind it. I'm not going to read the rest of it here, but I think you get the gist. This guy, he thinks that the Pentagon really has no excuse anymore with withholding UFO videos that apparently depict extraterrestrial spacecraft or extraterrestrial flying objects, transmedium objects. Probably all of them are transmedium. They probably have the ability to do anything, water, air, space. So, that's a good thing. It's a good thing that we're moving in the right direction here, it seems. This is just another piece of that puzzle, and I'm glad to see it.